with our win tonight. Citadel's a hard team to play. Unique style, 40 minutes of zone, felt like 40 minutes of press, and it's, there's 5 different defenses in the half court and 3 different presses, and you just don't, at the beginning of the year, you haven't practiced for all of it all the time, and I thought our guys did a really good job of handling the ball, especially against the press. I didn't think we had really bad possessions at all, and I thought we got more out of that than they probably would like. I thought they're hard to guard. Initially, they got off to a good start and got a little rhythm. Then I thought we did a little bit better, and then we had some silly plays in the second half defensively where we fouled them and let them kind of hang around. And the way the game goes, they're always going to be there because of the three-point shot, and you just got to be smart. I thought our guards were good again. Great to see Clyde come off the bench and play well. Very valuable. David Scarr was in foul trouble, which was hard for us. Amir had some fouls, which made it a little hard for us at times. But again, he's been very efficient. And then I'm very proud of Eli. He just hasn't. I didn't know if he'd be able to go today. He practiced about 20 minutes yesterday, and he came to me and shoot around and said, "I want to try." And the doctor said that the bone bruise, the turned ankle is pretty much fine, but the bone bruise is extremely painful, and it's really just up to his tolerance level. And so to get 24 minutes out of him, that was about the most I was going to use him, and really probably about 6 or 8 more than I thought I would. And I don't know. It would have been hard to win without him just because we don't have much depth. So, again, great win, and a lot of credit to Citadel for the way they played.
All right, with Eli in the game, was that something that allowed you guys to extend your defense out like you did?
A little bit, but you have to just extend your defense against them because of the way they play. They got 5 shooters, and I mean it's really Duger's a very good coach and a smart guy with what he's doing at Citadel. The way they play, is fun, so it helps recruiting. The way they play is hard to play against. It's unique, so it gives them a chance in certain situations. And then he just recruits guys that can make shots. And when you have 5 guys out there that can shoot it, and a couple guys that can get to the rim, if you can't help off of shooters, they're going to be under the basket doing what we call a kickstand, and you've got to react to back cuts and layups and not foul, and it's just hard to guard, really hard. It takes the size away from it because you got everybody out from under the hoop a lot.
What's your thoughts on getting your 150th win and scoring triple digits for the first time here?
Yeah, just super, blessed to still be at Clemson and enjoy coaching here and to win 150 games. I've had a lot of really good players and coaches that really are the reason that happens. And so I'm excited that I've been here to do that and hope to get 150 more. The 100 points, this is a game you have to score. They're going to create situations where you have advantages. They're opening the floor with pressing, so you got to go make plays. For us to only have 12 turnovers in a game with this many possessions is actually really good. So we had a nice mix. Made 11 threes, shot 56, 57%, made our free throws, 20 assisted baskets. Very efficient game by our team.
Brad, that being said about the type of game this was, is your team as, offensively talented as maybe you've had in quite some time where 100 points might not be?
I don't know about that. I mean, we certainly have some guys that can score. Great to see Amir playing well again, making shots. He's, we think he's improving. Nice to see Clyde contributions there. Certainly Marquise and Shelton. That's what they do. We're used to that. Eli was, efficient. Last year's team when everybody was there with Dante was probably more potent than this one right now. But we're hoping to get there. We need another guy like Hunter or somebody like that to become a scorer as well off the bench. That really is somebody else you have to worry about, and hopefully they'll get to that point.
Is Clyde supposed to be that guy to sort of take the pressure off Marquise and
Clyde is one of those guys that's just a really versatile guy because he can play a lot of different positions. He's smart, so he knows 3 positions. He can handle the ball some as a point. He can play some 2. He can guard different people because he's 6'5". So his versatility is one of his great strengths, and he has the tools to do a lot of different things. So it's just, again, it's just confidence and continued work and getting used to things at this level, and really proud of the way he played today.
Brad Amir seemed like he was playing with a lot of confidence today, and it seems like he's done a lot of work in the weight room and it's showing out on the basketball court.
Yeah, he's done a lot of work everywhere. He had about as good a spring and summer as anybody in the program in terms of really, we started working with him on his shooting last year, and Coach Smith and Coach Smith did a really good job with him. And then Amir just, he's a sponge. And you talk about working, he just religious in there every day after workouts, extra, to really develop a shooting stroke that you can replicate consistently. And, you're seeing that. And he makes shots in practice. He's making shots when we do all of our shooting drills, morning shooting. He's really, guys have to do it on their own. They have, like, we can do the skill work in practice. We can do individual workouts, but you have to go more. And, some guys want to do it and other guys don't. And Amir does. And because of that, you're seeing, a great rate of development.
Coach, you've talked in the past about how offensive-minded this group has been. Is it getting easier to get them to want to play defense?
Yeah, it is. It's still not, they don't wake up, and that's what they love about basketball. Elijah is bought in, though. Like, Elijah understands the value of it. And so he's echoing a lot of the things I say. Shelton kind of quietly tries to do some things that are really good. David Scarr not being out there for some minutes today. David Scarr needed to play 30 minutes because he's one of our best, most versatile defensive players, but he's over there with 2 fouls, and then he gets a 3rd foul in about another 30 seconds. And so that gave some of the younger guys even more time. And but I think, our guys understand that, it's a difference maker, but it's something we really have to work at.
You said yesterday that you wanted the communication specifically to be better defensively. Did
Yeah.
you see that?
I think it was better. I do think we still had 3 or 4 plays that, I know Javen had one with David Scarr when it was ridiculous. They didn't switch, and I know David said he called it, and Javen wasn't sure he was yelling through, and the guy just goes in and lays it in, and it's like unbelievable. You just don't understand, but that's part of the nature of this and playing them where there's so many of those situations that it's hard to guard. Before we finish, I also want to thank our fans. Our students were unbelievable, and I thought we just had a really good turnout for an opening game on a Tuesday night. And our players were very excited. They were very excited about coming out there and seeing the student body there and a good crowd, and it helped energize us for sure.
Is there a timetable on the week?
Not that I'm aware of. We're still a ways away, I think. He's just starting to do some like individual stuff where he's doing a little shooting and moving around a little bit, and but really has no contact practice or nothing more than a half an hour right now.
How did the concussion happen?
It happened this summer. I think he ran into Eli into Amir in some play. I can't remember if it was a screen or he got banged on the head, and for whatever reason, it just hasn't. The symptoms have been there for a long time, and obviously, with the head injuries, you got to be extremely careful. And so he's seen all kinds of doctors and batteries of tests, and we're just kind of waiting.
Any more questions?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, everybody.